Allow the children
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get it higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego die the politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. My egun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. My egun don't come, oh yo yo.
Hello there.
Mayegun la wa mo la mo do.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun la wa mo la mo do.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará yìí.
Mayegun diary,
Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live. Thank you very much for joining me from wherever you are watching from. Please share this broadcast. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Mayegun today.
Godfather is in.
Read the caption of the broadcast, by the way, the description, which is more loaded, all right? Then share the broadcast. And the stories and the scenarios I am going to be sharing with you tonight, they are true life stories. These are not just make-up scenarios. And a lot of you watching me tonight will be able to relate with a lot of them. So share this broadcast.
Lórí YouTube, and yes, we like you. For Baba Bewure,
Dangote refinery, Dangote refinery, Dangote refinery. Have you heard the latest? The scam runs deep. Thank you, far too kind. Share the broadcast. We are starting in 20 seconds. Motide again. So good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you once again from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun Live. And brother, Odima. Sonuda Uku, Sonuda Dare, and the Sonu, or whatever it is, wherever you are watching from too. Tonight, we are about to talk about the segment of the official kidnappers in Nigeria that a lot of people have sort of blended or sort of like got used to. And they are the uniformed terrorists in the Nigerian police as well as Nigerian military. We all have been so preoccupied by the violence unleashed on us by the Fulani terrorists, Boko Haram, and other criminal elements operating in Nigeria. We're more concerned about them. And it seems like a lot of us are not really paying attention to the trauma that people have been subjected to in their thousands every day. Male, female, rich, poor, it doesn't really matter. We are not paying much attention to that. And guess what? Like the known terrorism, the real jihadist terrorists that are kidnapping the people, torturing them, and forcing their family members and relatives to part with huge amounts of money as ransoms. Do you know that in their operation, right, in their mode of operation, if you don't pay the ransom, they may likely kill your relative, okay? And if you pay the ransom late, they may still take it and still kill your relative. Same thing is what the people are suffering in the hands of the Nigerian police and the Nigerian soldiers, the Nigerian military. And you see this terrorism, I want to believe that it is not being spoken of enough. Because when you take a look at the operation of the known, generally known terrorists and the operation of the uniformed terrorists, they all have a lot in common. And I'm going to point them out to you tonight. You remember the famous End SARS protest, End SARS, End SAC, and you know what I mean? It was, you would say it was the police brutality. Call it, they used the word brutality. Police brutality, assault, police beating people or shooting people, and the rest of that was and then they were extorting young people and all that. But you see the mode of operation of the terrorists when you are kidnapped. The first thing they do when you are kidnapped is to turn off your phones so that everyone can begin to look for you. Okay? Then they begin to ask questions like, does anybody know anything happened today along a Lokoja Abuja Expressway? Oh, there were some people kidnapped. Then the family of those kidnapped will then be waiting for the phone calls from the terrorist. to make their demands, and negotiation will start. In Nigeria, forget all the photo ops, all of those, where you see the police, the soldiers taking some pictures in the forest, parading some people to make it look like they are walking, and in fact, they are working hard to get the terrorists. In reality, that is not how it works. So, talking about the mode of operation of the terrorists and the uniformed terrorists. So, while your family waits for the demand of the terrorists that kidnap you, in Nigeria, when the terrorists in uniform, Nigeria policemen, most of them, they don't put on any uniform. They don't drive they always drive unmarked cars, and they always profile people to pick, just like the terrorists who pick on people, like who to kidnap, who is going to fetch them more money and ransom and all of that. Because number one, they know that the police is not coming after them. So the police, these terrorists in uniform, right? Their own guns were given to them by the government, bought with taxpayers' money. Now you see that gun, they are not using that to go after violent terrorists or violent criminals. No, they use them to intimidate the citizens. And this is where the act of terrorism comes in. If you have done anything wrong, for example, if the police stops you on suspicion or something, and then they kind of found some incriminating thing on you, they have the right to arrest you on the spot. Okay? And arresting you means they have to book you. Then they take you to their own station, right? They will then tell you what you have just done. If your crime is bailable, they will ask you to put on put up a bail bond. And that's the moment you can either do that to yourself or get yourself a lawyer, so that whatever charges they are bringing up against you, you can have time to defend it. If your crime is the type that is not bailable, right? That moment as well, you will be booked and you'll be taken to the station, and you'll be booked in that station as well. And you will be given two options. One, if you have a lawyer, call your lawyer. And if you don't have any lawyer, they can provide you one. And they have, because their law says they must provide you one. All those public service, public prosecutors or so office, right? That was the law. But you see, these criminals in Nigeria, when they profile you, and they stop you, it depends on the type of car you are driving. It also depends on how you look as well. So once they profile you, that means they will, I mean, you will think they are policemen, Abi. You are under arrest, come here. Then the first thing they will do is take your phone. They want to go and see if you have any banking app on your phone. And if you do, the first thing that moment, they haven't told you what you have done wrong, go. Just stops you and profile you that way. Then if they check your bank and they found money there, now the next process is going to be how to take that money. But they have now become more sophisticated to the point that if you have more than one banking app, they will force you to open every one of them, and they will empty. If you are the type who have money, not be everybody, even as I may have so much money, but they are so heartless that it doesn't matter how much you have. Now, if they take all they can take from your bank, if you are now the type who probably, like, you are a business person or a trader or something, you have BTC, Bitcoin, these same sophisticated criminals, they will withdraw your BTC into another BTC. Now, here is now where this is just the first step of the operation. Now, if they now kind of suspect that you probably have more than what they are currently taking from you, all this while your phone is with them, your loved ones may be looking for you, calling you, trying to get you, but they won't. So that would then be, they will take you to a special place where they will lock you up. This is when the psychological terrorist threats will begin. This is where the policeman will begin to tell you how powerful he is, And how many people like you that did not cooperate with him or with them have died? How many people they've wasted? Or how many people they waste every day? Because Nigeria is so corrupt that if you see armed robbers robbing people in front of you, and you just drove back, give me 1 second.
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it. You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Ah! Man, they never leave you.
Don't worry. Sorry about that. I forgot that once I made some facial and hand gesture that sort of click together, it's going to freeze my my screen. I kind of apologize for that. So let's continue. Now, if that will be the moment they will begin to tell you that you could die if you don't give them what they want, then they will now give you pen and paper. Okay? And they will now tell you exactly what, they will dictate exactly what they want you to write down as your statement. You will be implicating yourself. All right? This is their own insurance. In case if anything blows out, they can use that to blackmail you and say, but you said you are a kidnapper. You told us in your confession that you are the leaders of the armed robbers who broke banks in so places in the last 3 months. So you will write all of that down. They will threaten you with whatever it is. After this, they will take you to your homes. Sometimes they will take it further and get your entire family drawn into it. When they will say, listen, you must understand the crime that your son committed. Your son is a very big criminal. You don't know your son. We have his statement. The commissioner of police and all of them, they are going to request for him soon. Go and give us 10 million. After robbing him, taking whatever they can. But once in a while, you are going to see those who are bold enough to come on social media and give evidence. See, as at today that you are watching this video right now, just 3 days ago, Nigerian policemen, they kidnapped a citizen, right? They threatened to kill him. Eventually, they took 29 million naira from his bank. Almost 30 million, in fact, from his bank. And they now threaten that if he tried to say anything, they will they will arrest him. Nobody will believe him first, but they will arrest him and say he's a kidnapper, he's a gun runner, and they will, all that stuff. But the guy was bold enough to say, man, I legit made my money. You can't just rob me that way in the name of Nigeria police. So like I was saying earlier, by the way, that if you see armed robbers, if you are running away from armed robbers and you see the police checkpoints in front of you, it is advised that you should reverse that car, or if possible, turn it around and drive straight to the armed robbers. Because armed robbers will likely just take whatever you have there that they can get away with. Okay? Your problem may just have started if you run to the police to help you. And this is this is actually something that has actually claimed many lives too. People who ran to police station the following day, they killed them, and the police said it was an armed robber. How could somebody coming back from the UK, who now decided to sleep in a police station because he couldn't have go back to any of his relatives' place in Lagos. He decided, this is a true story as well. The man decided to sleep in a police station so that after that he will now go. In the morning he will continue his journey. They put his picture in the media and said he was killed last night during the robbery operation. They've taken all of his baggages, all of his money. So It's also an advice when you are in any situation and you see policemen in front, it is advised that you should turn back and go back to those armed robbers, cooperate and give them what they want. Okay? Because your story may be different the following morning when it gets to the hands of this terrorist. It's so bad that the family members will then begin to run around how to get money and pay these policemen so that their son will not be roped into armed robbery. He will not be jailed for kidnapping, because these are the men, thugs, criminals with guns that are not going after criminals, rather the citizens themselves. So Seun Kuti was in one of his rants and all that. He had this to say from his own experience. Okay, in part, let's start from here.
Nigerian police, when I go put me for say one for party, una think that they do me bad. Now I can expose the things I found out inside the cell. And what I found out, say, if you know panty, now 2 cells there for panty. Cell 1 and cell 2. Now cell 2 they put all the misdemeanor, gentle, all the if you be celebrity where they arrest, you don't sleep for Oga office. Anytime they want to put you for cell, they'll put you for cell 2. But most of them now Oga office they sleep. Me, I no sleep for Oga office. One, I won't die. But what I discovered for cell 1, where they put me with all the hardened criminals, the murderers, the killers, the kidnappers, you say all the kidnapping group get police inside. All the kidnappers were inside cell 1 with me. Police they inside them. In fact, now the police they be their ringleader. I swear down. No group of kidnappers who did that say with me when no get police member. Where they don't arrest, we did with them. Either down with the police they with us there, or they find the police. It don't beja. One crew now even they don't catch them. Prison warder now he carry them escape. If they give prison warder open gates, they beja. So warder they can't arrest the warder with them. So warder said come inside inside cell 1 with them. All of us did there. Yeah. Facts. And now, bring me to my point. This is going to be a short life. And anything anybody want to be, they go take their head, knock bamboo, knock kuta. They go dive and hawk transformer. The biggest group of kidnappers for Nigeria, the Nigerian police. All of us have been kidnapped by Nigerian police. All of us. What does it mean to kidnap person? What does it mean to be kidnapped? Somebody carry you against your will, right? And then somebody pay money to release you to that person. Yes, kidnappers, they call their own ransom. Police, they call their own bail. But bail is only official. And bail is for free. Nobody will take money from you to bail you. You shouldn't pay for bail. So anytime you give police money, that's not bail. That's ransom. Bail is free. So if you're in Nigeria, where somebody don't hold you, and you don't pay that person for them to leave you, you have been kidnapped. Let's rewind back. 5, 6 years ago in this country, they arrested a man called Evans. They arrest one man, they say his name is Evans. They say Evans is the #1 kidnap kingpin of this whole world. They say nobody they kidnap for Nigeria past Evans. Brothers and sisters, since they don't arrest that Evans till now, since they arrest Evans till now, has kidnapping reduced or increased? They say he's the mastermind of all the kidnap. They say Evans alone and they commit over 50% of all the kidnapping that happen for Nigeria. Say him and his crew. Say him and his crew. Now they kidnap everybody, they arrest everybody, finish. What happened after they arrest Evans for the kidnapping? Even the policeman, when they say arrest Evans, they hold on to instead go jail. Now the policeman they don't release. As they release them again, I'm not being so. Is it a coincidence that they release what is that policeman's name? I do video. Kiari. I don't forget his first name. But I know the last name that Kiari. I do one video call where I say if you want to hush by Kiari, because now here a hush puppy. Then they say in a super cop that time, and they call the man where arrest Evans. He's super cop, you know. Instead of just let us know a business partner. Because at the end of the day, when they arrest that Kiari, no crime where they no charge him for. No crime. Where they no charge Abba Kyari for. Yes, that's his name, Abba Kyari. There is no crime in this country. Drug dealing, money laundering, 419, kidnap, everything. And 99 for your head. And they've released him. And kidnapping has exploded again. So if Nigerian police is serious about stopping kidnapping Nigerian government, then let the Nigerian government workers stop kidnapping Nigerians first. Before me, I face kidnappers will be criminals, where they kidnap Nigerians. Let me face the ones where me I pay salary, where they kidnap me. Everybody in Nigeria, except you are the child of one of these our oppressors, where they carry their own police around. You must have been kidnapped. I don't go for road when I see one. We just stand in front of my friend house. I can never forget. We stand in front of, we not give them shishi. They lock me for sale all night. Uncle Beko then come bail me the next morning. We just stand in front of my friend's house. So they just pack bus. What is the scenario of being kidnapped? Not saying you go on your own. But you go park motor, carry you, put you inside the boot, lock the boot, or put inside the motor, lock the motor, carry you, they go. Then somebody will come pay money to release you. Why are we shouting kidnap, 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 as if we are not all being kidnapped in this country? They don't go away.
I will not allow you to. Hey, help me, 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 help me. If they carry me, they go, we are not know. Help me, help me, help me, help me. I will not allow you to. Hey, help.
The super Robocop, Abba Oshtelo Kiari, the leader of from Super Cop at the Robocop, to the ringleader for drug dealers, kidnappers. Shewun is right. Okay, we have had victims. Let me give you another scenario. You know, you understand the idea of Nigerians being kidnapped and the concept of a kidnapping, where you are taken against your will, and somebody had to give them money for them to release you. These days, a lot of people never got released. Yeah, a lot of them never got released. Some just got killed. And some who got released, after a long time, they never live to tell the story, from the torture, the beatings, just similar to what the terrorists would do to you if they take you against your will. Torture you, slap you, threaten you, and the rest of that. We have had people whose family members, loved ones, have been kidnapped and ransoms have been paid. Those who have come out to say where they got kidnapped is not really far from a police or military checkpoint. The government of Nigeria or the security agents in Nigeria never followed up. In fact, a lot of the survivor or kidnapping survivors, a lot of them have said, in fact, they strongly believe that the Fulani terrorists and the military, they are working together in this business of kidnapping for ransom in Nigeria, kidnapping for human trafficking, kidnapping for organ trafficking, all this trade going about, right? A lot of survivors have said that they strongly believe that they do have people in the military who normally mount the roadblock and will give you the sense of relaxation to feel like, I mean, this area should be safe. If anything should happen on this road, 5, 6, 10 kilometers from here, the military are not far from here. They can rescue us. Only for them to drive less than 1 kilometer after the military checkpoints, boom, the Fulani terrorists will cross the road. And then they will take them straight into the bush. Despite all the shootings, all stuff, right? There will be no military coming to rescue them. A lot of people have said that. Now, back to that of the police. I have seen people who said the reason why their loved ones are not with them today was because, number one, the police, they were supposed to help them rescue the Nigerians kidnapped by these terrorists. The police are those who are now acting as middlemen, on camera, on TV, they told everybody, don't pay ransom. It is illegal to pay ransom. You must never pay ransom to terrorists. That's what they tell you on TV. Like I said, that is just for the photo op. That's just for, like, you know. But behind the scene, if you have never been a victim, I pray for you. May you never be a victim before you understand what I'm trying to explain to you here. When any member of your family is kidnapped in Nigeria, the first go-to person is not the police. They will not help you. And I'm not saying this to make them look bad. Number one, they have told themselves that they do not have the resources to rescue anybody, except if that person is somebody important, politician. Then they can begin to say, yeah, we are, doing all the gra. Or if they take you in Nigeria or take any member of your family, your first go-to people is not the police, other than just to report to them. Because after that, now the police will act as middlemen that will tell you, do you love your daddy? Do you love your husband? Sir, do you love your family? Don't let me lie to you. You should go and look for a means to pay the ransom of these people. Okay? But if you are waiting for the police will be telling you that, go and ask those who have encountered them. And this is like true life. This is no longer like, are you just saying this to make them feel bad? No, I'm not. Ask those who are the survivors. Now, I have had people who told me, and I've had other people who have shared their own experiences too, that when it now came to paying the ransom, they had to give the money to the police. Police said they wanted to investigate the money and make sure that everything is fine before they will now go and hand over the money to the terrorists. To the point that police stole from the ransom money. Yes, they did. In some other cases, they stole half of the ransom money that the victims brought to, just thinking they are working with police, the one they are not telling the media. Here you get, they stole half of the money and they replaced half of the money with a sheet of papers. The terrorists counted the money was not complete, they felt deceived, and they shot all of their victims that they kidnapped. They killed them. And they told the families to go and pick up the dead bodies. Go and pick all your family. You think you can deceive us? All of these are part of the things that a lot of people cannot share with you in public, because they are already being threatened by the same police. You cannot say that too. So even when you pay ransom, since you have notified them, I'm looking for my family member, they have been kidnapped, please help us. The police will say, okay. Now, when you pay the ransom, to go and pay the ransom, when you pay it, and your family member is freed, police will be there with their cameras, the commissioner of police, to take pictures and say they have rescued your family member. And of course, even if you now go back and say, no, it's not the police, so we paid ransom, it doesn't matter. The police was there to say, we have done so well, we rescued all the kidnapped victims and all of that. And that is why I said all of this will never solve fight against terror if those who are fighting terrorism are actually terrorists themselves. There's other part of what Sheun had to say. I'm coming back to Abba Kyari that you finally know now. Today, they are telling, in fact, Nigerians who love their criminals, better than the others, okay? Or more than the other, okay? Is that whatever Abba Kyari did, they're supposed to free him now to come and help them fight terrorism. Terrorists to come and fight terrorism. I hope you are paying attention, Abi. The other part of Sheun's rant.
Uniform, not be police motor, just downfall boss or white boss or blue boss. You just park. Carry boys, not inside the motor. You they go for road, they will just block you with their motor. Wow, carry everybody inside their motor. You can't go to pay them money to release your loved ones. You go pay them money to release your brother, pay them money to release your worker, your sister, your wife, your husband, your children. I was 16. I can never forget. I just did in front of my friend's house. Jack, I mean, even one give me the carry us, but Jack, mama get crazy. Where? And Jack, the fear make mama even come because we were standing outside late. It was like 1 in the morning. Jack won't make him come. The big man say, eh. So you see, we just follow me, no talk. Sharp. I said, they carry us for doing what? We're just standing. Citizens of Nigeria, what have you done? You just have to be standing. And they shout, end SARS. No SARS again. Are you not still being kidnapped? Because people will do what they do. These people will do what they do. They come with guns, but say that because now poor people. See, these people will go and carry poor people, call it raid. For them to carry rich people, it has to be kidnapped. They can't just go and raid rich people now. So when they need to collect from una hand, when our boys who on a train give gun, no give good work. When they need to come collect from una hand, now they call and kidnap. Make us everybody they sweep up under the carpet. Money they change hand left, right, and center. Kidnapper they collect 50 million, 40 million, 100 million. Nobody they see her. Person go drop the money. Nobody they investigate. Money they move. Kidnapper go charge collect the money we won't collect. Police go say they rescue this person for stories. But I know if we want to stop kidnap for this country, the first step is to stop the Nigerian police from kidnapping Nigerian people. Finish. That's the first step. The moment these our political elites can talk to their attack dogs, say, leave Nigerian people alone. They're going to say kidnapping, gun go can't reduce. Yes, that's the moment kidnapping will reduce in this country. The moment police themselves stop kidnapping Nigerian people. When you to stop kidnapping Nigerian people, we can now look at the criminals that are involved in kidnapping. But when it's a free-for-all for the institution, they are used to it. Then I go pursue the person from police. Or I go say, in go on the day, take break. Somebody will say he's used to making money from kidnapping people every day. They just enter their police car, they go for road, carry innocent person. You must come pay money to bail her. Seize in phone, carry them, go ATM. Not be police, they do that one. Even the first armed robbery gang in this country. Anini, not be former police in Biabino, not be former police. They are organ of their group. What be that in name again? No? DSP Iyamu. Exactly. DSP Iyamu. Yeah. Police night fool the whole Anini squad. But you know, they teach us history. We don't remember these things. We know that we need to clean up these institutions. Many of the rots where they happen for our society come out from the same institutions which supposedly stop the rot. So the stealing of petroleum in Nigeria is perpetrated by who? Mostly NNPC. NNPC was supposed to protect the oil of Nigeria. They are the biggest thieves of Nigerian oil. Banks were supposed to bring wealth to Nigerians. Banks were supposed to bring investment. They are the biggest thieves of Nigerian money. They are the biggest creators of poverty. If you be big man, where one poor quick, just go bank, go take loan. When our educational institution was supposed to bring education and information to the minds of African people, rather give indoctrination, make lecturers they take bribe, they take blow job for grades, spreading stupidity. It is the institutions in this country we're supposed to protect Nigerians. Those are the institutions gone that sabotage Nigeria. Any institution they create in this country, the thing we're supposed to do, that institution will destroy that thing. I never seen this kind of people before. Me, you didn't worry. It is the institutions, the anti-African, because these people don't understand that these institutions, not many, all the institutions that Europeans have created are institutions to exclude black people from the benefits of those resources that the institutions control. You understand? Academia, what does it mean in Latin? It's exclusion. Europeans create these institutions for exclusion, to remove you, not to bring you inside. So they are happy to spread these institutions in your country, put black people to run the institutions, because these institutions will still create the same results. Go to America, and they tell you now, go America, go black people area for America. The same thing with the experience as black people for Nigeria. Not the experience. Police reform, not
maybe except electricity and healthcare anyway. Yeah, that's showing there spitting facts, spitting truth that you can only just sit there and be like, that's so true. Or we know all the institutions are gone. I am happy that he said the institutions set up, when you take a look at all the institutions in Nigeria and the purpose why they are set up, and then you take a look at what they are doing and represent, and you will realize that it is total opposite of their purpose of why they are set up. Judiciary is expected to bring justice. But what has it brought? Shame and injustice. Legalizing illegitimacy and all that. Okay? Police that are supposed to prevent crime, they are actually the institution of criminals. And he's right. When you take a look at back in the days, before this terrorism, when I say back in the days, I'm talking about when I was younger. Okay, so when I was younger, there was no kidnapping or this act of terrorism that the way you are witnessing today. Okay, so back then, the only act of terrorism that we sort of were raised to get used to was the terror of armed robbers. And when we were growing up, we knew then that there are some robberies that you will know. These ones are either soldiers or former soldiers. These people must be policemen or former policemen. The way they were handling guns, to the point that we later realized that there were policemen who were renting out police guns to armed robbers. And many times, they themselves participate in the robbery. And when Shehu said he met some of the hardened kidnappers arrested, and in their squad, they had police in their squad. They had all of this, they had a prison warder, being a warden, in their squad. Sure you get? And it's pretty much the same everywhere. But you see the act of that of policemen, you can put it side by side with the act of terror that the Fulani terrorists represent, as well as the Boko Haram represent. Any of them that you run into, it is about what they can take from you that moment, or take from the people that loved you. And in most cases, they could kill you. And before they do, they will probably tell themselves they are doing the right thing too. Nigeria policemen, Shehu said, should be advised to stop killing Nigerians. But he said something about NNPC, which is true. When you look at those who are stealing Nigeria crude oil and those who are processing the sale of the stolen crude oil abroad, you will find them inside the NNPC of Nigeria. NNPC of Nigeria, the one that is now called NNPCL. They privatized Nigeria NNPC, put themselves there, and all their staffs are still being paid by Nigeria. This private company called NNPCL is still the one that is selling the Nigerian crude oil. So it was right. And that's why I'm going to go to Dangote next before I go to Ibadan. Good news. Dangote refinery will begin to receive crude oil from America from February. That is next month. You see, there is something that seems to be working for the criminals in Nigeria. They have a population of people that have been bullied, traumatized, to the point that a lot just have no idea what is really going on anymore in Nigeria. They do not have a clue of what to believe or what not to believe anymore. And in this state of confusion, they continue to add more and more to the confusion for you. But you see me, Mayegun, the one that at the end of the day, the one that tells you the something that is the closest to the truth, the purest truth that you can find, that is closest to the truth that you need. I am the one that you probably think na bad belle they do me. Do you think if in the last 8 years of APC, let's say Nigeria is now generating and distributing over 50,000 megawatts of electricity, that everywhere is now like lit. Do you think if me, Mayegun, come here to say, Irani is a lie, There is no 50,000 megawatt anywhere. Do you think it will take longer before you begin to feel like, let's say this Mayegun is a useless person, Jerry? It's like somebody who just doesn't want anything good for Nigeria or anything good for the people living in Nigeria. All these things is just like nonsense. You complain about something. Now Nigeria have 50,000 megawatt electricity. What is your problem, Gogo? Nigerians used to leave Nigeria because there was no job. Now everybody can see that with the improved electricity, more businesses are now setting up. More jobs are being created. Construction everywhere. What is your problem, Mayegun? It will be easier for you to say that to me now. Like, what is wrong with you now? If you want to criticize, at that point, you will know that all this guy has been saying is just like, here you get. So instead of you coming back to me to feel like I am the one who doesn't want well for you, meanwhile, I'm the one who is telling you how they are playing on your own intelligence. And a lot of you, because you have been so starved, you have been so lied to, that a lot of the things they told you, you actually wanted, even if it's going to be one or two of them, to at least be true. I know what that feels like. You get that? So when you see the Agbadorians, okay, when you see the bad idiots, the bad starts, Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbo Alimajiris, like their peers in the last 8 years, the Buhari idiots, the Sai barbarians, the Buhari Danes, the Buhari Diderins, and co. In the last 8 years, they were praying for a single win. Something that they will say, look at this one, what about this one? But they couldn't find one for a long time. And every day I kept telling them, I know how desperate a lot of you are, okay? That they can lie to you again and again and again because you are so desperate that you just want one single win. 24 years, 0 win as a Nigerian. I am not the problem. Probably you are the problem. That chooses to believe again and again things that you cannot see, things that you cannot touch. But nevertheless, you do not want anybody to take that belief away from you. Dangote refinery. What is your problem, Mayegun? There's no problem in having a refinery in Nigeria, but you just need to look around and smell the morning coffee. See how they have played on your gullibility. And if you can learn just for once, if you can think just for once, you are going to see through all of the lies. And you are not going to think because somebody no like Nigeria. That is why he's always telling you bad thing about Nigeria. You see, what I am telling you are things that affect you. These are not things you don't know. On Mayegun's Diary Politico, if we touch economy, I've got families there too, whose livelihoods, businesses, jobs have been ruined because of this your Tifnumbunomics and Denebuarinomics. So I can relate. So if it gets better, everybody will feel it, even if no one wants to talk about it. Do you understand that? They are lying to you. They emptied Nigerian foreign reserve because somebody is building refinery. You are building a refinery, great. Get investors to put their money together and build the refinery. Make money from it. That's a problem resolved for Nigeria, B. That should be a good news. Until you begin to dig and dig and dig, and then you see the entire mess. You see the entire corruption. You see the entire hide and seek lies. And then you see the problem of Nigeria right there in front of you. And why Nigeria is not going to recover from anything anytime soon. So don't let me sound like, what is he talking about, Dangote? I will tell you again, because part of the problem is called the Stockholm Syndrome. The syndrome where like everybody just wants to try their best to remember something good and replace that, to use that to replace all of the horrible things that these guys are doing that are directly affecting every one of you. Every one of us, lower affected. Dangote refinery. Where are your investors? How much is the Dangote? How much is it going to be cost you to build a refinery? Oh, it's going to cost me $3.5 billion. When is it going to finish? Oh, it's going to be ready by 2019. And then we have accessed some loan from the European Union Bank. They are going to invest 1.5 billion euro. All this I am saying to you are true too. That they said though. They said that to themselves. That some investors have put money together to build Dangote refinery. Once Dangote refinery comes on board, Nigeria is going to stop importation of petroleum, and Nigeria is going to stop paying subsidy. All the money spent on importation of fuel, subsidy payment, they can now use the money to develop roads, to develop schools, and to also, in fact, hire workers and all of that stuff, all the sweet things. We didn't know that it was just the quota system refinery. It was just a simple front for what was to befall Nigeria 2015 to 2023. They emptied Nigerian foreign reserve. They naked Nigeria in the financial world. Nigeria become the Marshall. Only for us to start hearing that they have been using Dangote refinery as a conduit pipe. Then in order to cover up that track, Emefiole came out and he said, no, Nigeria just invested in Dangote refineries like others. Okay, how much is the investment? 20% investment. Right. How much money did you give to Dangote? We cannot really tell you how much we gave to him, but he has already paid back 70% of the money before they even refine a teaspoonful of crude oil. Really? Could you show us the payments and all of that? How much you gave him, and then how much he paid back? And today, Emefiole is being haunted, or should we say, he's being prosecuted by Tifnumbu, which also involves this Dangote. Now they've cut the deal in a way. I told you the last time, I said, when they raided Dangote refinery by EFCC, it's because of Emefiole and the money they took. Do you know how much money, Nigeria money, that went into Dangote refineries? It is actually over $9 billion. But the truth is that it is not all of the money that went into Dangote refinery. They just used Dangote refinery as he's taking his own chunk share for his refinery. They are taking their chunk share of that loot in the name of Dangote refinery too. So when Kolu came in and they showed him the receipts of how much money went to Dangote refinery from Central Bank of Nigeria in dollars, it was like, I want in on it. I should be part of that. Or everybody will have to vomit what they have taken. And so far, so good. It seems like that has been settled. And they started telling Nigerians it was going to be the best thing that ever happened to Nigeria. It will create jobs. It will generate electricity. Fuel will be cheaper in Nigeria. In fact, Dangote refinery will be supplied crude oil from Nigeria. And Dangote will be buying the crude oil in Naira. I don't know if you remember all of this, because now people will get bad belly. Now them be the problem, Abi. Telling the truth is not bad belly. And being stupid is not being, what do you call it? It's not being supportive. Okay? They say, I'm just being supportive. You are mad. You are just being stupid. And deliberately being stupid is pretty much like even worse. You know, that's delulu. You are deluded and all of that. 2019, Dangote refinery will be ready. Okay. Coronavirus happened. The economy of the world almost tumbled. Nigeria was affected. Dangote couldn't get the free cash from Nigeria anymore. Central bank was empty. The crude oil that Nigeria was selling, NNPC, it was no longer selling anymore because half of it was being stolen. Those who are stealing Nigeria crude oil, they were having market to sell the crude oil, stolen crude oil. At a point, Nigeria crude oil was floating on water. Nobody wanted to buy it. History that is not long ago. That's what I'm just reminding you now. just to make sure that your Stockholm syndrome has not probably erased that from your mind. Dangote refinery will not be ready in 2019. It won't be ready in 2020, but by 2021 it will be ready. No, it won't again. By 2022. Okay, no. It's going to be 2023. After the billions of dollars of Nigeria money that they have pumped into it, they decided to say Dangote refinery is ready. But here is the trick. People wait for Dangote to build refinery, to crash the price of petroleum and all of that. They decided, they now came back again and said, well, Dangote refinery is not going to reduce price. And in fact, Dangote refinery is going to it's going to be supplied crude oil pretty much like on lease. I'm coming back to that one. But Dangote refinery, where person will go to refine crude oil, give them petroleum, give them diesel, give them all of these things, right? The same Dangote refinery, they can't give them import license to import petroleum products to Nigeria. You know, see the trick? You know? Oh, come on. Stop pretending. That is the trick. You cannot issue importation license to a refinery that the whole country is waiting for to stop importation of fuel. If it is ready, they say, oh, it's ready. I'm ready in December. By December 2022. Later, they can say, na May 2023. So after all the billions of Nigeria money pumped through it, they wanted to give Boko something to open, just like the second Niger bridge. They told you that second Niger bridge had been completed. But when you ask them, how come it's not being used now? They will say, go there now, go and check. It's just some little thing left. But I said it's not completed. Hey, but it's 97% complete. I said, Oluri Brukuni. 97% completed. Omoali. Is that not the same way with the Dangote refinery? The one that they brought in all of them, governors, everybody, Boko Haram, all of them, when they brought them to Lagos. And they said that Dangote refinery will start production by the 1st of June, 2023. And then they said, it remains something. It's going to be in August 2023. Something where Boko Haram don't open. Waiting they delay again. They started say it's because the NNPC has not been able to provide the crude oil. That is why Dangote refinery has delayed production. Later they said, no, it will start work in October. No. It's going to be December 2023. What the hell is wrong with these people? But because they know the gullible ones they are talking to in Nigeria, it actually worked somehow for them. The stolen billions, the laundered their trillions, all of that is still under the carpet, okay? But Nigerians just want the news that Dangote refinery is working. Sure, you get? They don't care anymore. Even if Dangote refinery is going to be selling petrol at 1,000 naira, they don't even care anymore. Dangote, just start working so that we can tell this Mayegun to shut up and talk about another thing. Because you are still going to tell me to shut up and talk about another thing. A lot of people are waiting for that win. I sympathize with you. Seriously, I kind of imagine how it is now, Since you don't tell enemy of Nigeria, God will shame enemy of Nigeria. By the end of 2021, Dangote, some of them even wrote all this nonsense on social media to convince themselves. I also pray that you actually have that win, but they are lying to you. Then they started the drama, media drama. They will start taking pictures, videos, 40 seconds, 20 seconds video. They will show vessels on water. They say, look at that vessel. That's another batch of crude oil going to Dangote refinery. Dangote refinery. Oh, boy, God damn it. Another 500,000 barrels. Another 1.2 million barrels. God Almighty. you will continue to shame enemy of Nigeria. This Dangote refinery is going to work. It's going to favor me and my family. Weary. Allah shop. Then they came out again with another lie, propaganda. Dangote refinery have started the production of diesel and aviation fuel from the crude oil we then carry give am. That crude oil no they produce, no they refine petroleum. Which kind refinery be this? Refinery we no they refine petroleum from crude oil. They say you don't understand. What they want to do now is that Dangote refinery is going to first start refining diesel and aviation fuel, but not petrol for now. What go happen to the petrol with inside the crude oil? They go bin am. What is wrong with this, Mayegun? You don't even understand. You see, sometimes when you don't understand something, just ask questions. Baba, I'm asking you question. I'm asking you question now. Which kind crude oil distillation? I be no be waiting that they call me that. Distillation, crude oil refining. Which of your own refining will kind of refine petrol? Diesel and AGO. Diesel and aviation fuel from the crude oil, but it will never refine kerosene as well as petrol. What will happen to them? You go bin them or you keep them later? They go keep them for later. They go go and do we know your type. They have started running the heirs of Nigerians left, right, and center that people have completely, they don't even understand what is going on anymore. They will tell you, I don't even know what to believe anymore. I told you. Is it going to take any magic for them to bring in, since Dangote get an importation license to import petrol to Nigeria, import diesel to Nigeria? So that same Dangote, is it going to surprise you when he brings the vessel of refined petrol from abroad and they put them inside the tank farm of Dangote in their refinery there, and they say the first set of refined product of Dangote petroleum, ni believe any? Won't you believe? I said a lot of you just wanted to just give us anything, Dangote, anything, so that we can go and tell this Mayegun to shut up. And I said, what do you think is going to take them to bring petroleum inside the Dangote refinery and start loading the vessel? Anyway, may I tell you the latest? The latest right now is that Dangote refinery is going to be importing the crude oil that they are going to be refining inside Dangote refinery. See, you say you shocked, You're like, it's true. Nigeria is impossible. Okay? You see Dangote refinery in Lagos, they have done the math. And as we speak, they said, the Nigerian production is not enough for Dangote to refine. This, you don't understand. This Dangote refinery is the biggest in the world. And let's come to think of it. Dangote refinery, the biggest in the world, the biggest in Africa, the biggest in Asia, the biggest in all this nonsense like the average bad start will tell you, or Agbadomite will tell you. What they are saying right now is that the Nigerian daily production is not enough for Dangote to refine. I'm joking. That's not the way they put it. Let me tell you the way they put it. They said, since Nigeria only produce 1.5 million barrels of crude oil every day, and Dangote refinery alone needs 650,000 barrels every day. Okay, so anyway, so like so every day Dangote alone will need 600,000. And if you understand the petroleum sector in Nigeria, This is me talking to you like the explanation of APC now. This is not me. Oh. This is their explanation. Oh. This is what they told, in case if you have not heard. Oh. This is what they have told you. They said Nigeria is producing 1.5 million. America is producing 7.5 million. Okay. And as Dangote is the biggest refinery in the world, we never even thought about it. You see that 1.5 million that Nigeria is producing every day is already sold. I didn't even know that. Did you know that? Did you? No. They have sold Nigeria crude oil for the next 10 years. Boko Haram don't sell them. So what they now give to Nigeria is now royalty. Share you get. Corruption be deep gone, but make I explain to you. Every 10 years, oil companies that are drilling the oil, they will bid for the oil blocks. Share you get. Every 10 years, they will bring money. Some may say, you see this oil block, they have been drilling it for the past 50 years. We don't think it's rich enough that we can invest money in the next 10 years. We don't know if it's, and coupled with the price of petroleum, the price of crude oil in the market, we are not so sure. So our prospect is that this, whatever is left inside that well, cannot be more than $1 billion. So what we want to do is that we are bidding $500 million for that well. So that when we now invest all our stuff in, which is going to be about $200 million that we're going to invest in extracting it, okay? So then we intend to probably make the profit of, 300 million. Now, if we found more oil there, okay, and we get more prospect eventually, we can up our stake, 500 million. So they will bid for it. You see all those oil blocks in Nigeria, owned by some of these politicians, right? So those who are going to come and bid for them, they are the same kind of the regular politicians and their associates and everything. So those ones will now bring check. So if they sell all of the stake like that, that simply means for the next 10 years, what Nigeria will be collecting will be called royalty percentage. Here you get the percentage of the total production. In this case, it be like 40% Nigeria they collect. The only cash out time is when they are signing those new oil leases. People have now started asking about the $25 billion that Baru, you remember Baru, the former NNPC chairman, the one that died during COVID-19. Do you remember Baru? Baru took a check of 25 billion US dollars from the sale of oil blocks in Nigeria in 2017. I don't know if you remember. Boko Haram was sick in London. Abba Kyari was the one acting as your president then. Baru traveled to London. That's like a windfall. Sure, you understand now? So nobody is asking about that money, even up till now. And forgive my ignorance if that is probably not how it works. But I remember that check of 25 billion from the sale of the oil blocks in Nigeria. Till today, I don't think it's part of the money that Tifnumbu says he's looking for. I don't think it's part of it, Abi. So in a nutshell, Nigeria have sold their right of the amount of crude oil that is going to come out of the produced from all these regions in Nigeria in the next 10 years. Sure you get. So what that simply means is that you see those companies that are extracting the crude oil, they are the ones that will determine who they sell the crude oil to most of the time. And in this case, except Nigeria, this is what APC said. They said, except if Nigeria can give Dangote oil block and Dangote can bring his own engineers to drill the oil and begin to take 600,000 barrels from that well every day. Since that is not something they envisaged, it wasn't part of their plan that when they told Nigerians that Dangote refineries will be refining Nigeria crude oil, 600,000 every day, They forgot that they've sold the oil, and Dangote and Co will not be able to get the. In fact, your head never the hot. Like the way you are saying it now, it's like my whole head is. I don't understand anymore. Okay, don't worry. I'll make you understand. I won't confuse you further. Dangote will not need Nigeria crude oil anymore, because as it is, Dangote would only get crude oil to refine in his refinery from Brazil and from America. America produces 7.3 to 7.5 million barrels of crude oil every day. Do you know that? Did you even know that? America is coming for our oil. It is true. They said America hasn't even touched their reserve yet. Here you get the reserve of their crude oil and natural gas and other things, and they would rather take from the rest of the world. That doesn't mean that, so that didn't mean that America is not also producing crude oil. As they tell you that, Britain, you have them everywhere extracting and then doing all this stuff everywhere, right? Concerning crude oil, right? Now, that doesn't mean that they are not producing over 500,000 of the same barrel of crude oil in Ibadan every day. Okay, I am just saying all of this that now Dangote and his business people, they believe that it will be cheaper to go and buy the crude oil from America and bring it to Nigeria to refine in Dangote refinery imported crude oil, Baba, from imported petroleum, imported diesel, imported this and that. Now you have imported crude oil. But here is the problem they haven't told you. And I actually want you to go and reason that, okay? That you will get to know that all of these things are just like absolute nonsense. Okay? They are pure scams, lies. And these are very, very expensive lies. Expensive game. They are playing with the lives of millions of people, including your life that is watching me right now, directly or indirectly. They are going to need Forex to buy crude oil from America. Who is going to provide the dollars, the billions of dollars to buy crude oil from America to Dangote? Is that the Central Bank of Nigeria? Because you can't print dollars. And when Dangote starts importing crude oil with the exchange rate that you have now, how much do you think a liter of petroleum would be? I don't mean to laugh. I'm just trying to kind of, right as where I'm seated, I'm like, how easy it is to actually deceive a whole country. And people are not really provoked. Like, you dey mad in it? You dey whine us in it? Are you whining us in it? Which one is all this nonsense you dey tell us? This whole thing don't make any sense now. What is all this? Do you get that? Like, I'm like, what kind of trick could be at play here? That you will see educated people instead of them to ask questions. Asking questions doesn't mean that you hate them or you don't want them to succeed. You just don't want them to continue to play on your intelligence. And you begin to look back and say, how far now that Dangote refinery is not start working? I said, it started working now. Are you not reading the news now? They are already selling petroleum there now. Do you not know that they are already? Then how do you think they are going to hide all of this? That it will not make a huge economic impact on the rest of Nigeria when the time is right for them to now show you how they are getting crude oil from America. That's the current news now. So that one is going to buy them time a little bit. Here you get. So how come now? How come Dangote refinery is now? Okay, they'll say there are some little problem between America and Nigeria to clear the crude oil. Now that one they go do till the end of 2024. and then to the middle of 2025. The time that we believe, if to say Tinubu will continue to give Dangote the Nigeria money like Boko Haram was doing for him, if Tinubu will continue to do that, no stoppage, like they have already stopped the money since last year, they've stopped it. Okay. However, if Tinubu didn't stop it, and that free money, they continue to file it and push it to Dangote, and the rest of you continue to enter Shege and Shege and Shege, Bansa from Bansa to, then maybe the refinery will start functioning before the end of 2025. They know it. I know it. And you know it too. But something is telling you to say, no, I don't want to believe what I don't want to believe what I am saying, what I can put together. The questions that are popping out of my mind right now, they are not questions of well done. They are questions of tell me what you are doing. Because if you begin to ask all those questions, right, you won't see me as an enemy. In fact, you'll see me as a friend. And in the moment of asking questions, you are going to get angry. They won't give you answers. They're going to gaslight you. That's what will get you more madder. Say, well, don't I have any right to know what is this? No, you don't have any right to know. Dangote refinery is a private business. Are you mad? Private business or Ibuo? Do you know how much is $10 billion? But we are talking about about 15 trillion or 14 trillion naira. Show ya Wereni. That is the Nigeria money they gave to him. Yes. It's unaccounted for. They are doing paddy to cover that up right now. And you are going to pay it. They emptied the Nigerian foreign reserve from $33 billion. Almost equal to 2 billion. Now they are, see, that's the problem. The way they do to Nigerians is so horrible and terrible. Take a look at the exchange rates right now. 8 months ago, Tinubu met it at 710 naira to $1. Everyone was screaming. He go enter 1,000. He no fit enter 1,000. He go enter 1,000. He no fit enter 1,000. He go enter 1,000 to $1. He enter 1,000. He enter 1,004. In 8 months, 1,000. How much? 450 something naira to $1 in 8 months. And normally, this is something that everybody will be like, how is that even possible? Could it possible? How is that? That's kiniko. Well, it is. It's already happening. But you know what APC will do? If you wake up tomorrow and then they say dollar is now 1,000. No, in fact, let me give you the one that will make them feel like they have done something great. Dollar is now 950 naira to $1. Olori buruku. Mashanfa ni akoshibero dabi mosheda. Unfortunate APC. Yegbekegbe. They will be asking you that you should be patriotic. Yes. Let us appreciate the government now. Let us show some appreciation now. Tinubu is working. Let us give him time. From 1,004, it's almost 1,500. Okay? Today it's now 950. Let us be grateful now. The Olori Brukus do not have a clue what is called voodoo economy. They will say you are unpatriotic. You are supposed to be happy that in your life, Nigeria naira entered 1,460 naira to $1. 1,815 naira to £1 sterling. Canadian dollar self get weighty 1,071 naira to Canadian dollar. Isheni Peru ekpeni pole. Okay, I don't even know how to complete that the verse and the chapter by the way. Euro is now 1,500 naira to ekpe. So they will tell you, let us be happy. Tinubu is working. Look, I go and see dollar now. Dollar is now 914. Another way will come and say, in my own area, the way they no see any dollar anywhere. This Luri Brook merchant fanis everywhere. You see them, they are watching too. And from where I come from, they say, you see the unfortunate people. Now on top seat, they go there like this, they go sit down like this. When you go, they rain their curses on them. Majority of them will not be able to reject it publicly. Now from inside, is Oluri Bruku say, Now something like, they can't say it to my face. And so Oluri Bruku ni wono. They will say it in their mind. All this Oloshi, all this Ashiri, all this, they say, They will be saying it in their mind. And that's why they are watching me right now. They are there too. Only a few of them will have the mind to drop comment. If you see them, make they will ask you, why are you not being patriotic? Let us appreciate the effort of the government. I have never seen this magic before. Tifnubu is the best. From 1,450 naira to $1, it just dropped to 950 naira to $1. Then ask them to go to the market and check what they will buy. If your currency suddenly gain value overnight, you must be doing something that is, supporting your production or whatever. Yabi, oh yeah, go outside now. Go and buy the agolo gari and see. Shebi no be America they imported agolo gari from. Gari is not from America. It is from Isenyi there. Or if you go to Ikorodu, even in Odogbolu, we get gari factory everywhere. Trust me, everywhere. It's not imported. But Oba Bieda, go outside there and tell them that dollar TD 600 naira to 1 naira. Dollar TD 600 naira to $1. Now go outside there and say, I want to buy agolo gari of 20 naira. Tobani sostaya si elorun. If they no go use tire bond you. That is what you call voodoo economy. And that is what these guys are doing. They want you to begin to, So Dangote and his American crude oil, add this 1 and 2 together, America will not collect naira. Now dollar they will collect. And if you want them to be supplying you the crude oil worth 650,000 barrels every day, that would be 6.5 million barrels every 10 days. Now, if you now have 30 days in a month, Dangote ati eyin were Dangodombu, what happened at the end of the day? You are going to need God knows how many millions or billions of dollars to buy the crude oil. It's money, oh. It is money, oh. Well, 6.5, that's 13 million per 6.5, 19.5. Round figure, 20 million barrels of crude oil in dollars every month from America. And you want to enter the filling station and pay how much for a liter of petroleum, my dear brother and sister? And you cannot see the scam yet. You cannot see the lies yet. You can't see that they just needed something to buy time again. And further perfect the scam. Very soon now, maybe they don't give them like 3 million barrels of crude oil. And they told us that that crude oil from Niger Delta and call, they refine petroleum inside Dangote refinery. Abi, they need to buy time. The reason why it is not working again is because America is yet to give them blue badge. They haven't given them the red jacket. Mayegun, what is blue badge? Do I know? What about red jacket? Kinimomo. I am just telling you that as the days and weeks go ahead, you begin to see headlines that will give you more reasons why Dangote refinery is not yet working. And when it finally starts working, they also gave you more reason to say, and that is why Dangote oil is expensive. You know that it's from America and Brazil. Let us all be reasonable. Let's be reasonable here. Let's be reasonable here. That is why they say that may the foolish people never wise. Okay? Let's go to Ibadan. Just it seems that I am spending enough time right there. When the Ibadan bomb blast happened, they said, nah, explosion from explosive from illegal mining. There is no illegal mining in Ibadan. Till tomorrow, we are still waiting for them to give us details of those they have arrested as perpetrators of what happened in Ibadan. Investigation, yeah, investigation there. Solo Makinde was, Sheyi Makinde was with Kolu to go and give report to Kolu of what happened in Ibadan. Kolu is currently in France. Onion. When you are ready, you will free yourselves in onion. Ojo Pagogo Jaga Bandits gives no shit about anybody. But a lot of you will find out later yourselves. I just pray you don't find out when you become that victim, right? So, without being more like, how do you put that one again? Without being too much dramatical, Sheyi Makinde said he has a disappointment, and his disappointment is in that of Atiku. Atiku Abubakar, the PDP presidential candidate that the G-string governors of PDP, the G5, cooked. They cooked the guy in 2023, by the way. And he said, it's my leader. My leader never called me. That was what Sheyi said, though. He said, his leader. How could you be so hypocritical, Baba? Come on now. It won't anywhere gone. Atiku is not your leader. PDP is not your party per se. A lot of you have done things that you just, it is Nigeria. But when you now have to say that where Obi was there, Obi, Aisha, Dele, Farotimi, Barrister, and all of them. So they said they went to Ibadan to go and commiserate with the governor and the people of Oyo State. And Sheyi Makinde was there lamenting about Atiku never text him, he never call him. And even though Atiku put this on social media when the blast happened, just in fairness to him, all right, this is what Atiku put out there about the blast. Why did he know that Atiku and Sheyi and the rest of them, they know they talk again? Until when Sheyi said it. So I'll take you to Ibadan, where Obi and his team, they were there. Please.
We hope so. It should be. Welcome, sir. Your Excellency, sir.
So we'll go to the coffee room.
Okay. On the recent bomb blast, to be able to, through him, extend our condolences to the bereaved families and all those who lost their valuable properties and everything. Assure them of our prayers that God will grant all those who lost their life eternal rest, and those who lost their assets, the opportunity, maybe also to thank the governor for his prompt response. That's what governance should be. When there's a problem, the system, like I've told him privately, he might not bring back the lost lives or replace the properties that we lost. But that response gives assurances and confidence to people that there's a government and a system that cares for them. So we thank him for that response and for also ensuring that a proper investigation starts in earnest, and also setting up a kind of support facility that people can be able to support those who are going through problems. That's basically where we are.
On behalf of the government and the good people of Oyo State, to thank His Excellency Peter Gregory Obi, former governor of Anambra State, and also the presidential candidate of Labour Party in the last presidential election. I thank you because politics didn't seep into this. You came here to commiserate with us over the explosion. Actually, it's though investigation into the details are still going on, it was simply illegal miners storing explosives in an environment where they shouldn't be. It's a place where it's meant, you know, for people to live in. It's not a mining site, you know. So all the lapses that allow such to happen are being looked into. I'm particularly grateful because the president called me. You are three musketeers that went for that election. The president has reached out to me. You have reached out to me. But my own party candidate, not even a call or a text message. I mean, I'm saying it openly so that our leaders will know that you have time for politics, you have time for governance, and you have time for humanity. We want to say thank you so much, sir, and we appreciate this visit. This is I'm sure you.
What I would say is that all of us are now involved, and all of us should work hard and do the necessary sacrifice.
Abba, you go need to call Daniel Abikiloruko Bawa, or you go and call Kanayo if you want to do sacrifice, Mr. Peter Obi. So yeah, it was there, and it's pretty much a grim reminder of of that unfortunate incident, the tragedy that they continue to say is the storage of mining or dynamite by illegal miners in residential area. He continued to say that, and I don't believe any nonsense he said there. Okay, like in that part, but. That's the theory. Like, yeah, it's the dynamite. Have you seen the video of the damages, the stretch and all of? Okay. Anyway, some people said that it shouldn't be gaslighting Atiku. It should just face call. All right, the man that is that he probably see as his real leader, which is Steve Numbu, and then see much. More than just photo shoot and then word of mouth. I mean, something that really shows that the victims of the tragedy have not been left on their own. Obi was talking about setting up a bit of a funding for them to support all the affected people. Baba, I understand that, most of the damages that people suffered is actually going to be that trauma, the shock a lot of people or a lot of the residents there, probably, would still have that shock on them. I mean, in them for a long time. It's a trauma. But let's take a look at the physical damages and destruction. Who's going to rebuild all those homes? Is it the victims or the government? Have they been able to value the real losses? Or is that too early? It's been over it's going to be 2 weeks tomorrow. Oh, well, no, come on. It's actually 2 weeks already. Yes, 2 weeks. There's nothing being done. Don't let anybody lie to you. They will bring out a different theory until you all forget the whole thing. But you see all those buildings that some of them that has been structurally damaged, that they would have to go down. Who is going to rebuild all those houses? Who's going to pay for them? And for those who have sustained lifetime permanent injuries, who is going to care and cater for their medical care for the rest of their lives? Do you see what I mean by when Nigeria happened to you? Now then you go realize, say, you have been lied to all this while that you have a country. Because something that your country gives to you is to stand by you in times of tragedy and disaster like this, Abi. Your state government put them in a hotel. I don't think they are still sleeping in that hotel, are they? Okay, I'm not going to judge because I haven't found out. I mean, I haven't sort of make any research on that. But they were put in an hotel. Would they be put in an hotel for the rest of their lives? Or Tifnumbu is your president. Have you seen any sort of a drawn-out plan from the federal government of Nigeria for the people of the bomb blast of Bodija? Have you seen anything like that? Have you even seen any talk like that? Okay. These are questions, though, that really matters when we have the opportunity of asking them. But Sheyi will rather talk about Atiku that didn't call him. Let me gist you about something quickly, guys. Do you know this man? This is Sheikh Osama bin Gumi. He is the leader of all the terror groups in Nigeria when it comes to their face that speaks for them. And I am not afraid to address him as such. How many of you will remember? Hang on. That Sheikh Osama bin Gumi is the one that has told Nigerian government to stop buying weapons and stop arresting terrorists, that they should negotiate with them. Yes, all these things is just waste of time. The more you think you are going to fight them, the more they are going to make sure that you never win. So it's better you give them what they want and stop buying weapons to say you are fighting terrorism. He said it repeatedly and nobody will touch him. Baba, a lot of you believe today, okay, it is generally believed that Islam is from Saudi Arabia, or Saudi Arabia is the headquarters of all Muslims all over the world. I don't know if that is a statement of facts. I shall know. That is the place you go to for your pilgrimage. One of the pillars, 5 pillars of Islam. Abi? Hajj. That is where you have the Kaaba. That is where you always go to go and stone the shaitan. And all of other, what do you call it? All of the other Islamic rituals that you have to carry out as a Muslim, Saudi Arabia. I don't know how many of you will probably will remember that this man used to live in Saudi Arabia, like a permanent resident of Saudi Arabia. Just like you are a permanent resident or citizen of America, citizens of British citizen or Canadian, this terror sympathizer used to live in Saudi Arabia. But they had to ban him from Saudi Arabia for life. Gumi can never enter Saudi Arabia for the past, this final ban was because when America was investigating that Abdul Muttalab, the pants bomber, the son of the former, the son of Alhaji Muttalab, the former chairman of First Bank of Nigeria, Abdul Qadir Muttalab or something. I can't remember his full name. That's his dad. He's the son of a billionaire from the Sharia North. He put on a bomb on a plane. He was going to blow a plane that was headed for the United States. So he was arrested. When he was arrested, because the bomb did not go off, when he was shouting, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, mid-air. So the passenger grabbed him, restrained him. That was when they discovered that he was wearing the bomb like a pant. The story, or the part they probably didn't tell you, was that during the initiation of this boy, the grooming of this boy for that job, one of those that he was in contact with was this man, Sheikh Osama bin Gumi. Then he was living in Saudi Arabia, right? It was one of the people the boy contacted, one of those who prepared him. You know, when you have the sheikh that will preach to you, talk to you, the way they do when they want to send somebody on a suicide bombing, okay? You will be taught, you'll be told things, you'll be, they will prepare you by preaching the Quran, Hadith, and other things to encourage you that go and kill yourself and kill other people. There will be 72 virgins waiting for you in heaven. So you get, this man was there. And when the investigation was at the top, what have you then, America told Saudi Arabia to expel these terrorists from their country. He returned back to Nigeria and he continued as a scholar, grooming terrorists, teaching them things that his own father was also doing during the times of the Matatessin and the rest of all those terrorists that were up north then. And we were all looking at him as if to say he's an elder statesman from northern Nigeria. A lot of you will see him at the airport. You will love to take pictures with him. Last week, his own Makkah, Medina, Hajj, like that of El-Zakzaki, the Shiite leader that Boko Haram nearly killed after killing all his children except 2. In one single day, Boko Haram's Burataye the butcher, soldiers, they slaughtered 4 of his sons and 1,400 others in Zaria. But you see, these 2, their own Mecca, Medina is in Iran. You heard me right. Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan. Osama bin Gumi told his own students that the God most loved country on earth is Afghanistan. So if you are looking for those who are working tirelessly to take Nigeria to Nigeristan, or probably when Nigeria finally break up, they would love to see Arewanistan, or whatever other that they stand. I don't want my own children to exist in the same place with these people and their descendants. Honestly speaking, this is me just trying to be very, very, very sincere. People that are going to call me infidels, they can't be national leaders or what have you. In Nigeria, those are the characters that are flourishing all acts of crime or criminality, be it religious or political. I just thought I should put that on the table, especially for children that are going to see them and read something about them that are completely lies. That is who Sheikh Osama bin Gumi is. Just for the record. If you are chasing the big thieves, do not forget the other wannabe thieves who you can say smaller thieves. And in this case, when you look at the student unionism in Nigeria, you see this part that is a violent part, the courtism or the courtists. Now those ones they are the lords. Hey, come here, stop there, do that, do this, do that, do that. But yet, Nigeria is having the problem of kidnappings and then Fulani terrorism. We could not mount or mobilize enough courtists in Nigeria's army and move them straight to face all these terrorists. And as a courtist, they always kind of want to shoot and kill people. You don't want to be a coward. They want to go and shoot people that cannot defend themselves simply because you are a courtist. I'm a courtist. But they are still students too. They don't graduate. They can be there for like 10, 15, 20 years. Extortionists, they are like a little bit, those who can read and write, literate, or so should we say, lettered Agberu and thugs. They are not in school because they want to be anything reasonable in their lives. They want to be available. If they can stay alive long enough, they want to be useful to the politicians who are going to buy them guns, proper guns this time around, and give them immunity to carry out all that act of criminality. Go and check all your politicians today. Majority of those who are like their courtist courtist defenders, all the courtists from Ogun State to Edo State to Lagos to Aba to all these places, right? When you see all of these campus terrorists, courtists, majority of them, their dream is to end up as a bodyguard to a senator. You have no idea. Okay. The other part are those who are preparing themselves for the proper politics. They call themselves a student union government. Here you get. Now, some of them who have like played the role on campuses of student this, student that, some of them graduated to another one called the National Youth Council of Nigeria. I was a member of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, by the way. I was the PRO of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Odogbolu local government, the entire local government. Odogbolu local government, what was that again? I think it was year 2010 to 2000, no, sorry, year 2011 to 2012. So they elected me. I started some wahala here and there. And then everybody was like, we'll go show you. They don't know, I don't get UK visa. They actually didn't know that I've gotten UK visa. So I had my UK visa and I was creating my problem here and there. It wasn't a problem. I was just being me. I was just being Mayegu, just me, saying my mind, saying my truth. And then I was lucky. Things were not this tensed back then. So nobody came for me to kill me. I was in the midst of a courtist. I go, no, say this one a courtist, this one a courtist. They're going to tell me, say, but all my kind of you buy, this your mouth, maybe this your mouth, okay. You know they fear. Nah, so you they talk to like that. How about wash your mouth to? And but me, stubborn me, I'll just be like Shay Gabriel, I be you the mad in it. So waiting go do. So what will happen? How about no they talk like that to no they say waiting go happen no. All this your confidence, no they talk like that to you be nothing. If they come for you, but I was so kind of like, what will happen? I don't get UK visa. I suppose stay careful. They for kill me. Baby say, nah, when I die, they will say, oh, it's already going to UK. Nigeria, a very terrible place. I didn't care. So I left as the PRO of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Odogbolu local government, 2011-2012. And a lot of them started seeing me that, hello, PRO. Hello, PRO. PRO, bago, it's a one, it's a Glasgow, PRO, alone PRO, she. Student union leaders who want to be PA, essays to the politicians. They are practicing that in their schools. So every organization they can find themselves in, right? They want to come around and show like, you know what I mean? Like, But it's all preparation to take up another bigger thing that would then introduce them into the what do you call it? Into the era. Oh no, it's not era. Into the bigger pool of corruption. So they're like small fries, and they are also very much, in order to lend the rope, they are willing tools in the hand of politicians. I mean, spoil business for my set. True story, true life story. No joke. I spoiled business for that my own set. When we did the election, they wanted to rig the election. So I sold the idea to other people. Because me, I was like, I'm not going to support people that are supported by government. You know, government called us. They say, I had an organization back then in Nigeria, and it was called Progressive Youth Movement. I don't do this whole thing, don't tell, where they try to convince people that it deserves better. We must fight for what is right. We must. I just say now the stubbornness of a poor man I ain't worse pass. I get the talaka. People will look at you and say, well, you don't understand what you are. You see, this thing is bigger than you. That you don't understand the whole thing. But because say you are poor, and our poor people, they dream most. You know, see, most of our dreams don't they come true. It's not because our dreams can't come true. Most of the time, it's where we are. You see, where we are alone has made our dreams impossible to come true. So a lot of people just create another dream. You understand that now? So, but some people will look at you and be like, "Kilo share gun. What is oh, boy, you don't understand. Shut up your mouth. All this your gra. If they come now and they and you know, say I be poor man. Nothing they will do. We are going to mobilize people and fight for our. What is wrong with you? I was Agidi Talak at that time. I would have been in a lot of troubles today if I was still in Nigeria. I'm frustrated. Frustration at move the level to a feel suicide into my palon wow. Mati frustrating everybody in long. My dupe they give me UK visa. I come UK. I know become a menace because everybody learn on the lane time here. Because when I was there, na me cobalize our group. Immediately they say, okay, government, so yeah, you come. We don't want election, we don't want problem, we don't. Okay, you are going to be PRO. Okay, sir. You are going to be chairman. You are going to. They brought all of us together from everywhere. Majority of them, APC people. They brought all of them. They say you. And then they started planning on what they are going to do. And me, that was there, that was supposed to be part of them. I was like, I have to say people are serious now. Some of these real organizations that are youth organizations, majority of them, they don't even know that they are using their names. These people are using names of organizations that didn't even know there is election, youth election. They were using their names to run for offices, so they will give no damn about youth. So me, I was still young. I'm talking about 14 years ago. I wasn't this young. I was just 26 years, I think. So my head was just running somehow. I just saw these guys. They said, sorry, Badero, sorry, we heard about the election. But they said that the chairman, everybody, local government chairman, everybody, they have already submitted names of their own candidates. And I was like, it's true. So are you contesting? I was like, I'm not contesting. They just called me and they said they heard about me and they said I can be part of the team and all of that. So they invited me to the local government secretariat and I was there. And I saw some few known faces. Others, I don't know them, right? But they just said they've mentioned my name and my name should be the PRO. It was supposed to be a concluded forgone thing. It wasn't supposed to be any issue. So these guys now came to me. Tunde is sometimes does watch me anyway. Tunde, I won't give you his full name. His name is just Tunde. We always call him Babati. So Tunde has some money and he came and he was like, what can we do? We heard that the chairman has already written. I was like, it's not really hard to defeat them. Here you get. It's just that corruption is what we are going to do. Corruption versus corruption. What they are doing is corruption. If you want to defeat them, there is a simple way you can do it. He said, how? I was like, my own is that you are not going to go and bribe anybody. What happened is, do you have money? He said, yes. I said, from the document they have shown me, the only registered youth organizations in Udogbolu local government All of them are just 14. That's the official ones that they have the document for. There are organizations or youth organizations use this, use that. So majority of them are not registered. And those who are registered are those who can participate. You get money? He said, yes. I said, registration of, what do you call it? Registration of organization, especially community-based organization, youth organization in Odogbolu local government was just 500 naira. So what we are going to do is that we can just, the registered one right now is 14. You can just register 20. 10,000, go and pay the local government 10,000 naira and create names of Emerson Youth Organization, Imodi Ijasi Youth Association, Odogbolu Upper Youth Organization. Go and put all of them together and pay the local government. They will issue you receipt for them. And then in the election, each youth organization, they will have two delegates that will participate. The president of the organization, the secretary. Since you are the ones who own the O20, you are going to have 40 delegates that you are going to bring in. They, the local government chairman, who has permutated everything as they wanted. 1 second though.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. There are those. Adamson is watching me possibly. Adamson will be like, he's one with a deeper voice. Elegmonio is over 50, but we do youth meeting together. I don't want to Zoli. All of us will say Solidar. Anyway, my Tunde and others, they agree. So if you had me, my own organization is registered, PYM. So, and I am not comfortable with these guys. What they are talking about is just like an extension of APC. Something that they want to just kind of like share money, share food, share all of that. And I don't think that's what youth organization should be about. It should be an opportunity for us to actually tell those in government what we think they should do for us. Not an opportunity for us to probably, I was not too young, but I was younger. I was younger than this. I was poor. I didn't have money. I could make some money too. But I realized that it's actually poverty. They make you think that you could make money by just being a crumb eater, a crumb chaser, ass licker, or all ricer to any politician or at whatever level. Now, poverty, they cause. I was poor, but I wasn't expecting anything per se. I was kind of feeling cool that I have a position that we can use to do something. Anyway, Tunde and others, plus me, I get 21, 42 delegates. We went into the election. Now, there everybody sit down like this, where we defeated the team of local government chairman. All of them sat there. They were like, what the hell? How did this happen? They said, now that boy, now that PRO, now that guy. I'm always standing out. I will never support any rubbish. And that one is a coup that I will never forget. They did not forgive me for that. So at the end of the day, they said that my own National Youth Council for the local government is the enemy of government. Therefore, they cannot do anything with us. That's how we never collected any shishi. At the point we had to write local government, say, we want paint road. They were forced to give us money. So we started painting road, black and white, as our project, as a youth organization, But I didn't let them make money. And I don't think a lot of them will forgive me. Tunde tried, though. Tunde got a contract from that local government. And I didn't know that Tunde was looking for a way to get in so that he can continue to get the contract for, those stickers that they give to you. All these people, they sell stickers to you and you pay them money and all of that stuff. They'll say they are local government revenue, something. I didn't know, saying, waiting Tunde they pursue me that. It don't take away people, don't they try, they use me. I have been so naive in the past. I have been so honest and straightforward with my beliefs. And most of the time, a lot of people have taken advantage of that. And most of the time as well, I never ever continue relationship with people who have taken advantage of me, of my innocence.
So when I saw the video of the NYCN, National Youth Council of Nigeria guys who are accusing their president of collecting over 329 million naira bribe from politicians during the 2023 elections, it just brought back those memories like, God damn it. I remember somebody telling me in Abeokuta that PRO Dogbolu. And I just rushed around there with my oversized shirt. Man, I was kind of tiny then, right? And I'm still tiny. But now I don't have to wear oversized anything anymore. I just wear my tiny stuff and look tiny, like skinny, like that. PRO Dogbolu. I just ran down there. It was Yemi Sholade. You know Yemi Sholade, that actor. So I met with him, the one that later joined the Emilokon gang, Elegmoye. So, and then it was like, I love what you are saying in that hall earlier. Man, you need to keep it up. You have a future. You have a future of in NYCN. That means I will go Abuja, I will go national. If I continue that way, I was like, I was a prodigy, you know, that kind of prodigy, smart guy. Here you get. I always stand out in the crowd. Here you get. I have always been like that. Maybe say I seek attention per se, but you go sharp feel am. Say, who is this guy? Anyway, I will never be one of their leaders anymore. It's part of my own learning process, and I can talk about it anytime, and I can tell you to go and verify any of this as well anytime. Okay? So when I now saw that they are accusing their own leader of collecting bribes of over 300 million, I was like, oh, that could be me. Oh. Maybe say I gave my life to probity and then accountability. That for be me. If it be me, they say I collected 300 million. And I go to read about me. And I go to shake way for me. Others go to say, aye, that guy don't make him. But when the others now says, oh, we cannot take it, we are suspending him, another person will have to take over. But on the second thought, I was like, nah, Baba, Nigeria to finish, man. If you see these guys who are like supposed people who have had the experience from the consequences of a failed leadership in Nigeria, and they are doing everything as well to try to replace those criminal leaders with themselves, even though they are also criminally minded too, it breaks heart. And listen to me. When somebody tells you that Nigeria don't get future, this is why. Honestly.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our right. Build the youth. Build the nation. Build the youth. Build the nation. Build the youth. Build the nation. By this World Bread Conference today, hereby announce the immediate suspension of the President of National Youth Council of Nigeria, Comrade Sukubo Saraipe Sukubo, together with the following officers: Comrade Innocent Ndwanya, the Deputy President; Comrade Barrister Suleiman Abubakar Abutu, Secretary General; Comrade Nnamdi Ezemagu, the National Treasurer. The suspension of the President, together with the above-named officers, comes as a result of their numerous self-serving activities in the name of the Council, which makes mockery of the Constitution of the National Youth Council of Nigeria and core values, mandates, and vision of the Council. The above-named went as far as committing grievous criminal offences in their quest to satisfy their own personal interest to the detriment of the interest of the National Youth Council of Nigeria. Below are the highlights of some of the many ill activities of the above named. 1. Illegal review of the 2012 Constitution of the National Youth Council of Nigeria. Without recourse to the National Management Committee, without obtaining approvals of the National Congress and the Board of Trustees, the now suspended President illegally initiated and completed a supposed review of the Constitution of the National Youth Council of Nigeria in flagrant disobedience to the provisions of the Constitution. 2. Forgery. The now suspended President
in concert with the above-named officers of the National Council of Nigeria, in their bid to perfect their illegal amendment of the Constitution, and in a very shameful manner, went as far as forging the signatures of certain persons in the process of filing the illegal Constitution they formulated with the Corporate Affairs Commission. The now suspended president and officials' activities in this regard has grossly dented the image of the council and has since become a subject matter of investigation by the X-Squad section of the Force Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department of the Nigerian Police Force, headquarters Abuja. 3. Unilateral and self-aggrandizement decisions. The now suspended president, on numerous occasions, unilaterally picked and sent certain members of the National Executive Council to represent the council in national and international programs without consulting, obtaining the approvals of the NEC and its members from such states, thereby undermining the decision-making process of the NEC and the council. The now suspended president, while seeking self-aggrandizement and without the NEC approval, collected about 369 million naira from major political parties and their candidates in the name of NEC of the council during the 2023 general election. The above listed are just some of the ills of the now suspended president and the officials of the council. It is no gainsaying that the youth represent the future of every nation. And as a nation that is working tirelessly to curb and eliminate various acts that retard its progress, the above listed engage by revered members of a above body like National Youth Council of Nigeria is a disappointment not only to the old youth who still knows very strong hopes for this country, but to the country generally. On this note, to our fellow young Nigerians, we apologize for this sad development and for the wasted years. We feel and understand your plight. Due to the severity of the actions of the now suspended officials and president of the council, respectively, as it relates to the forgery of public documents and deceit of a public institution, the Corporate Affairs Commission, in the process. We have swiftly alerted the Nigerian Police Force, who are well on top of the matter and have made very disturbing revelations on their activities. Solidarity forever.
We shall always build the youth, build the nation. Ah, God damn it, man. People where they craft, people who craft all this indoctrination into our system, they kind of are good, though. Hey, build the youth, build the nation. If you build the youth, if you invest in the youth, you are investing in the nation. If you build the youth, you are building the nation. But the youth are accusing themselves, the youth leaders are accusing themselves of bribery, of forgery, of impunity, and so many other things that are already pervading the space of Nigeria today. So, where is that future? Where is it? Future is bleak already. We slow down.
We reduce the purchasing power of the people. We can further slow down the economy. Let's widen the tax net. Those who are not paying now, if it is inclusive of Bola Tinubu, let the nets get bigger and we'll take in more taxes, and that is what we must do in the country. We reduce a town hall different from Blue, Bulaba, a town.
PricewaterhouseCoopers. I've been a PricewaterhouseCoopers. I think it's Coopers. That is a PwC. They came out today and said that in 8 months of Tifnumbu, Nigeria Naira lost 98% of its value. Today, $100 will will be equivalent of 145,000 800 naira. Kọlu. Ẹ̀yin àgbàdo mighty, bad study.
The transmission line is a super highway.
Hang on, what happened to my audio? I think my audio just disappeared there. Or was it just me? Please tell me, right? Let me know if my audio was like was gone on that video, or it was just me, right?
The transmission line is a super highway. That
Okay, I think it's not just me. The audio actually disappeared. You would have enjoyed that. Anyway, let's leave that aside. The economy is bleeding, and while I was doing my strolling about and all of that, yeah, I just saw where Sowoiku was celebrating the batching of the biggest ship in the world. Biggest container ship in the world at Lekki Seaport. Good news, breaking news. The ship that can take up to 14,000 containers at once can now batch at Lekki Seaport. Hey, congratulations. That is the country that is suffering from a forex deficit because of importation. They want you to celebrate it. The biggest ship is going to be landing in Nigeria. Doing what? As your dumping ground. That must be a good news. That the biggest, that stuff. I mean, like, they are bringing stuffs that you could actually produce in your country that could actually strengthen your naira. But to bring the biggest ship to Nigeria, that means the biggest ship is bringing in the goods bought with Nigeria money that was exchanged to the currency of those countries. That is not good news. The good news is to say the biggest ship in the world is loading final produce from Nigeria and is now leaving for Europe, is leaving for America. That is the good news. You don't get what I'm saying? Now take a look at this video, okay? Now when you look at this video, you tell me which one is better. That the biggest ship can now land in Nigeria to bring more containers, or that the biggest ship can now leave Nigeria with finished goods produced in Nigeria to be sold to the world, not finished in Sweden and Europe, finished in America or finished in China, and Nigeria has the dumping ground. You will tell me when I come back. Tell me, which one is better if I ask you? happy. Can you imagine Lekki deep sea ports? Still in Lagos, and that must be great news. Like, it's a great achievement. And they had to bring all the cameras to come and show it as Harry. This is to remind everybody all over the world that Nigeria is ready, Lagos is ready. Now you can bring all the vessels. There are places to stay, to bring them down. Yeah. Everybody go China. Begin to produce those slippers and all that, okay? Go China, go all these places. And then come back and start complaining about your Naira. Because that's why your Naira is okay. That's, you know what I mean? Like the pressure on your Naira. It would have been for a good thing if it's for business. A lot of you are going to have to drop out of that your school abroad. I know. I mean, I'm not talking about those who are benefiting from the public largesse. What do you call it? The public money. Like the APC, Apologies, PDP, Ass Leakers, and the rest of them. I'm talking about those of you that your parent felt like you deserve better. You deserve better than what Nigeria has to offer. And because of that, they wouldn't mind, okay, to use whatever it is within their resourceful means, okay, to send you abroad. And do you see this exchange rate? If you have not been thinking about it, I just thought I should remind you. You already know, because I mean, if you are abroad and they are sending your school fees from Nigeria, it won't be a new thing. What this has been to you, the trauma, the whole sleepless nights, the uncertainty. I mean, the uncertainty of what's it going to be like tomorrow again, or what's it going to be like by June, what is it going to be like by this, all that stuff, the apprehension, the fear. It's going to get worse, and some of you would have to drop out. You would have to. But let's go to another part, which is also for this evening. It's actually the video again. I want to see if that video will speak. I don't know what happened to the audio in between. Come on. Let's see if I can get that off. So give me a sec. The Nigerian NBC, Nigerian NRC, they were the one who shared this video yesterday. Some people felt like it's probably like old video. I don't know if you remember this. 2024 Nigeria. Somebody said, don't let the world see this. The world has already seen it, because it was actually posted by the NRC, Nigeria Railway Corporation, in 2024 Nigeria.
12 rig exiting Mina now. 251.
Exactly. Mojo.
Safe journey.
Somebody said that it can't stop, and I understand that question. It's like somebody was like, "But people are there now. What happened? Why is it not stopping?" You are wondering, Abby. Will I say you don't too take for Europe, Abby, America, or Europe, because now Europe gets plenty trains. After that, now China. Americans don't really have enough trains just for this long Amtrak. I'll be waiting you to call your trains. So if I say you don't overstay there, I'll be you don't too take. You are expecting the trains, also the coach door to open a bit. Make some man. Come on, man. We are still in 1914. A lot of you are already living in 2024. Nigeria is in 1914 using the calendar of 2024. That is the Nigerian Railway Corporation announcing that Kano to Lagos route is now ready for business. Book your service. They went abroad to go and borrow over $20 billion that they were building modern trains for Nigerians. Modern trains. Now the modern train and the debt and everything, the modern train is uncompleted. The debts that they took to build the trains, right? They are unpaid, and they are already running into debt again because the entire service lanes, right? They could not indeed make the money they use in building them. Can you even believe that? People who brought their money to come and build Kaduna Abuja train, they've run at loss. The Abuja Kaduna train has run at loss. Okay. Same thing with this one. That one hasn't really run at loss completely, but it's already running at loss. And that one is Lagos Ibadan train. These two trains and the billions of dollars borrowed to build them, right? Every festive period, they go do giveaway. Oh yeah, go and enter free train. Go and ride free ride. At the end of the day, the money they borrowed, they can't pay. Even the money the entire system is making cannot pay salary. Corruption plus corruption of those who are selling the tickets to they are printing their own tickets that they are selling to. Last is you go soon they see Chinese on top those trains because that them borrow them the money. Last, if they want their money back, they better send some conductors from China, Ogadong, and then send them down to Nigeria. Now them go they do conductor, they sell ticket, they collect, check your ticket. If not, shishi, they will not see. Because the money is not even enough to pay salary. Talk less of paying back the loan. They can't pay it back. And that is one of their newly acquired locomotive, Kano to Lagos, in the giant of Africa, Nigeria. I still want you to understand this. Kolu. Try it. Let's see if your voice is not going to be off, because I'm coming back to that. You know they produce. You are celebrating importation. Good news. Kolu. Electricity they cannot generate. Speak your grammar. Let's see.
That transmission line is a super highway. For generated electricity and power. They could not even make a down payment for a roasted corn. That transmission line is a super highway. For generated electricity and power. They could not even make a down payment for a roasted corn.
Nuisance, Lele. Oluniyan, that is the man that they told you they did not need his body. They said they needed his brain. Abobakus and bastards, Atibati Dioti, they said the Aquaman that single-handedly fought Atlantic Ocean and he defended Lagos by stopping the Atlantic Ocean from coming in. The man was going to use that same brain to fix Nigeria. The deluded, demented Kalu himself was telling himself, if these people could be saying these things about me, maybe na me no know myself. Oh. Because I know that all these things they are saying is not me. Oh. But if they say it's me, if they say I have this brain, I have that brain, and they're saying all this, it must be true then. Tell us your strategy. I won't forget the empty pangolo. The druggy. Kalu was talking about strategy. I will not reveal my strategy here. Baba Wiri. 8 months after that, everybody won't cool.
I don't want to sit here and reveal all my strategy. I am the first speaker among the three of us running. So they will spy on me. So you will have a limited answer here today. Another day you can bring me back. But that's part of what I...
All classes, you know what they call F level? When you get failure in all the subjects that you take. F9, F8, F9, F8, FF, double F. That is his name.
That is the man that educated people said they only needed his brain. They do not need his body. He is still talking like that. Oh. Somehow, they are now telling themselves, his hands are still shaking. Oh. But you know something? At least before now, he would have to go to France and get recharged. Now, it didn't have to be in France every month because they can bring France inside the asshole rock. And they do their best as well to ensure that those that will cover Tifnumbu and their camera, they must be very careful where they are focusing on. Anyway, as the sick, demented kleptomaniac Kalu continue to battle his deteriorating health on and on, educated wearies in Nigeria are composing grammars to explain to the gullible, highly depressed Nigerians that they told Kalu had a plan. They are composing what they are going to tell you now. But me, Mayegun, the Mayegun general, your general overseer of the temple of truth, we cannot this particular temple of truth. If I told you that he's not doing anything, it's because he's not doing anything. Anything they are doing is to further aggravate and adding your hardship already. If all of us are using our inner eyes, and we are in very much good relationship with our mental faculties, you know, they have not disconnected your brain from your tongue. You can reason and you can express or interpret what you have reasoned. Sure, you understand? When you look at the situation these criminals have brought upon us, it is a matter of time. Oh, it is a matter of time when what they are doing to further aggravate and complicate what they have already done, that you are already feeling. If you know what they are doing, is to make it worse. See, that's what I'm trying to say. But they are going to try and tell you that Mayegun is just trying to make you feel somehow. I am the one who is telling you exactly, or who is telling you how to understand how you are feeling. Why is everything like this? Why am I clinical? Why is all those things you are feeling? Questions you are asking yourselves. Why is everything like that? Why is that one this way? I don't even understand this anymore. It is Mayegun that helps you to understand them and accept the truth, no matter how uncomfortable and unpalatable they might make you feel. You always feel better afterward when you tell yourselves the truth, when you no longer live in denial, when you no longer try to take yourself to that comfortable place, the illusion you have created to escape from all of this. You do not want to worry about this. It's so scary. I cannot be bothered about it. I mean, it gets to me so much. I'm just going to create another fancy place in my head. Except from this chaotic one that is happening. Baba, your case could be like person where we go get high on drug. Because they lost their job. Or because they broke up with their partner or fiancés and all of that. You get drunk, you don't want to remember anything anymore. Fuck Joe. You don't give a damn anymore because you are drunk and you're not gonna worry anymore. But you go, the drunkenness go stop. When you are sober, when you are no longer drunk, that heartbreak, you go back to it. Can you understand now? So it is the same with what you have in Nigeria. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. And I'll continue to also say, by the way, that if you don't stop these criminals before you become a victim, they will finish all of us. I was going to take course, but somehow I believe that I'm going to have a very busy day tomorrow. Tomorrow is my birthday. Tomorrow is my 40th birthday. If you're watching this replay again, like tomorrow, it's going to be like, that's what I said yesterday. So in the next 1 hour, I'm going to be, in the next 23 minutes, I'm going to be 40 years in Nigerian time. But in the next 1 hour, 20 so minutes, I'll be 40 years right here where I live, okay? So tomorrow, I'm going to have 2 programs. The first one is just for me to, I'm going to be live, by the way, in the afternoon, somehow in the afternoon, maybe in the morning. I'm going to be live on my platforms, okay? My Facebook and my YouTube. And that would just be me sort of taking possibly questions or even gists and things you want to know about me and questions you want to ask me directly. The ones I feel like I want to answer and the ones I don't want to answer, I won't. I'll just tell you that I don't want to answer that. So tomorrow is going to be me being 40. And then I can be your child's nice uncle Mayegun, kind of. So I'm going to see what 40 feels like tomorrow. I was planning to have a very nice birthday. 40 years. I was supposed to have a party, right? But I won't lie to you. A month or so ago, I kind of changed my mind. Like, there's absolutely nothing to really kind of, So definitely tomorrow is just going to be me spending time with my family at some point, and spending time with my Temple of Truth members, maybe for like an hour or 2 or so. And then we can meet later in the evening. So I'll stop at that. And I want to say thank you to every one of you for tonight. If you joined me midway, you can watch this from the start again. Just fast forward the first 6 or 7 minutes of it. That's the part of the songs that you may not like. Now that you are here, before you go, like the broadcast, share it, and keep my birthday greetings for tomorrow. So that you can now say, happy birthday, Mayegun. Thank you. So you all have a wonderful evening, okay? And good night from here.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number 1.
làwa mọ̀ làwọn tó jódodo.
Mayegun diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.
Mayegun diary, Nayibi #1.
Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Mayegun diary, Nayibi #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun diary, Nayibi #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary, Nayibi #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun diary, Nayibi #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun diary politico.
Mayegun diary, Nayibi #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun diary, Nayibi #1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun diary, Nayibi #1.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Mayegun diary, Nayibi #1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Mayegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni.
mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù máyé ń ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.